Welcome, my friend. Oh, excuse me. Welcome to Coffee and Craft. My goodness, I'm so excited. We're going to have fun. We really are. I've got my cup with me. Now, tell me what you've got in yours today, because today I've got water. I woke up with a headache, so I'm drinking lots and lots of water. Anyway, drop something in the comments. Let me know you're here. Let's have a chat. We're going to have some fun creating too. So I'm going to switch around my camera. Well, there you go. I was already switched around. So here's my mug. It's full of water. There you go. Hey, when you're live, you just never know what's going to happen, do you? So, yeah, drop me a comment. You've seen what we're going to make. There we go. You didn't get to see me. I'm going to switch my camera back around. There we go. Els, hey, Anya, it's good to see you. So what we're going to do today? Well, I don't know about you, but I was sat in my friend's garden. It's that time of year when we're planting out our plants, you know, the bedding plants and things ready for summer. And she had these lovely shiny pots. Now, immediately, Annette's collection, succulents and pots, came to mind. And I was like, oh my goodness, let's create that lovely glazed pottery effect. So can you see how shiny that is? It really looks like it's pottery. So this is what we're going to create. We're going to just have some fun together, a bit of a chat, and do you want a sneak peek in a little bit of what's coming up next? I think we might be able to do that as well. But I need some comments to know that you want to see that. So let me know that you want to see a sneak peek of some of your sets dies. Well, one set of your sets dies I'm going to show you. Yeah? Well, let me know. Okay, so, my goodness, I don't know about you, but as I said, I was sitting in my friend's garden, loving the sunshine. Yes, it's great to have that back. My goodness, it was a long winter. And we've been busy planting out our plants, choosing our plants, going to the garden centre, having lots of fun. So, tell me, are you a gardener too? Love to know. A sneak peek, yes, Els? You know what's coming. So, you know, it would be really fantastic if you commented and shared this, because we will add these comments into the weekly chance to win that $50 gift certificate. So you get an extra chance with this one. So I have die cut this from this die, which I said is from the succulents and pots from Everyday Elements from Annette. And well, look, these are the colourful collective papers. Now, I went way out my comfort zone. Anyone who knows me, come on, you all know, what colour do I usually go for? Yes, you're right. Pink. I know. Lorna, it's 7 o'clock. You've just made it and got your coffee in time. Yeah, Lorna, I'm so glad you're here. Yeah. Hello, Diane. And another sneak peek. Yeah, we'll do that, but we'll wait till we've done this, shall we? So, as I said, it's a piece of paper from the fantastic Colourful Collective paper pad from the Sunny Days. And all we're going to do is we're going to take hold of, I'm using 3D crystal lacquer. I think glossy accents will probably do the same thing. And all I'm going to do is put this on. So I'm just going to start at the edges. Okay. There we go. I'm going to start at the edges and I'm just going to put this on. Now it does take some time to dry, so what my top tip would be is to create lots in one go. And then you have lots of choice. It's very therapeutic. My goodness, just putting this on. Now, I'm being careful to not get bubbles in it. But you know what? When you go and buy some pottery, these glazed pots, don't you see those little tiny little air bubbles and things in the glazing? So, you know, if that's what's happening, that's okay. Don't worry about it. So you can see how shiny that is. Katie, you're awake. Yes. So you can see how shiny that is. And I am literally just going to leave it to dry, okay? I might just clear up that little bit of in this corner because I've got my finger in it. There we go. But the nice thing is about this, it kind of settles. It just settles. It finds its path. Okay, so I would leave that to dry. Now, a little tip. Okay, so as you can see, I have made lots of these. Don't they shine gorgeous? So I cut lots of pieces of paper, lots of different sizes of the pots, the greens, the blues, the reds, the oranges. Aren't they pretty? Aren't they gorgeous? So now I have a little box just ready to go to when I want. Now, my top tip is there'll come a point where you can manipulate it. And what you need to just do is kind of flatten it out if and only if it starts to curl upwards, okay? It shouldn't, mine haven't, but I do know in the past it was a smaller project and maybe different paper. But that's just a top tip if that happens. Now look, in this one, I don't know if you can see, I have an air bubble in it. There you go, just up here, there's an air bubble. And that's okay, because there are air bubbles in the ones in the shops. Okay, you love these pots, Els. Yeah, me too. They're fantastic. And I think you could do all sorts with them. I mean, I've used the cacti and succulents that come with it, but they're very fantastic to versatile. I'm sure we could think of lots and lots of things. Hey, David. Right, so I've done my pot. And what we're going to do now is colour the succulents, okay? So I need another piece of paper. There we go. And what I'm going to do is, for that one that goes in this pot, okay, what I'm going to do is I am going to use the Distress Oxide peeled paint. And I'm just going to take my brush, colour it over, okay? Now, I have gone in heavy in one spot, and that's okay. And I've gone lighter in another. Kind of wanted to create a bit of differentiation. Now, I'm not going to use both of them. What I'm going to do is that snippability of things. We're going to cut this one. So I'm just going to colour this section here. Okay, and that's all we're going to do with that one. So that's the top for this one. I am going to spray it, but I'm going to spray all of them. So I think what we'll do is we'll come back. So I've got this cacti. So we'll colour all the succulents, shall we? Yeah, we'll colour all the succulents. ECD has the most gorgeous paper. Diane, it does. Our designers are fantastic. My goodness, their imagination. So I'm going to take this one. And this time I have chosen a different, well, it's the same colour, but it's the distressing. So I'm using the peeled paint distressing. And it just looks a little different. So what I'm going to do, There we go. I nearly mixed my brushes. Okay, so I'm going to come in heavier on the side, like so. So you can just see it's really quick and easy to colour these. Now I'm being very careful not to colour my flowers. Okay, don't want my flowers. You've got these plants too, and yeah, that's awesome. I know so many crafters all over the world have got these, and I have seen so many amazing projects with them. My goodness. Yeah, the design team did some fantastic projects. If you're in the Facebook group, you'll be able to see those. So I've just come in, well, I'm out of camera, sorry, there, and I've just coloured with my Kitsch Flamingo the little flowers on the end. Okay, so that's that one coloured. It's super easy to colour. I don't know about you, but sometimes I look at something and go, how do I colour that? Even after all these years of crafting, I think, how do I do this? And my tip would be just start with what you know. You know, if it's a scene and there's grass, start with the grass. And once you've started, it really gets you going. Okay, so these both are going to be in the same succulent. So these come from these dies and come from the same succulent. Okay, now what I'm going to do, and this was something that I noticed Annette had done on her packaging, is create some colour on the top tips. Now I'm sticking to the same colour themes in my project, but you could use a red or a brown or whatever you wanted, I guess. I mean, these are our own projects. So I'm just coming in on the tips like so with some pink. You can see those tips. Diane, herbal tea and crafting, a great start to the day. Oh my goodness. I'm with you, Diane. This is my favourite thing to do. And I always say that. But I always mean it. Crafting together. And coffee and craft is always fun. You know, we're starting our day off together or having an afternoon break. Just hanging out together. It's cool. So I'm coming back in with my peeled paint and I'm just blending in over those like so. And we'll do the other one. These are super easy to colour. They really are. And another idea is, if you don't know what colour to colour a plant or a succulent or something, Google and have a look online. That often helps as well. But there are projects on the website with products. My goodness, projects and products, there we go. To help you with some inspiration as well. The snake plants would make great seaweed. Oh, my goodness, wouldn't they? Oh, yeah, or if you were in creating like a fish tank effect, it would look fantastic in one of those as well. Great idea, fantastic. You see, this is what I love. We get inspiration from each other. So I'm just going to put some glue on the on the bottom of that there, and I'm going to glue those two together. Okay, so we've got our 3 succulents. Now what I'm going to do is David, I love you, David. You've really got me into my sprays and my inks and things, which I absolutely love. David really inspired me. So it's awesome to get to play. So you can hear me. That's a metal ball rolling around. I'm using Solar Spray Crocodile Tears. Okay. Rihanna, it's always a strange idea. For some, the day is just starting and others, the day is ending. In the Netherlands, it's after 4 o'clock. Friend, isn't it? It really is. And then there's other parts of the world where the day is setting. It is so strange, but isn't it amazing how we can all come together in one place, in one moment in time, and have fun together? It really is. Okay, so I'm going to give it another shake, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to spray. Okay, in Quebec it's around 10 o'clock a.m. My goodness, start of the day, fantastic. Well, you've got the odd, whilst we've had our day, it was a good day, so I hope it transpires for you too, my friend. Right, I am now just going to come in with my heat tool, so we've got a bit of noise. Can you see all that spray and all that shine? Oh my goodness, look at that. So I'm just going to dry this off. There we go. Now the inks have also kind of done their stuff, especially the oxides. You can see that shimmer. There we go. Yeah, Rihanna, I totally agree. It's wonderful we can all connect. It's an important part of life, being able to connect with each other. And of course, as crafters, we always have fun. Okay, so I have got these sparkly, just gentle sparkle, but it's also given a bit of an effect as well. If I drop that down, I might be able to pick it up. There you go. It's just given a bit of an effect on the leaves as well. Okay, so where are we? I'm going to cut this one up. There we go. Now, I had these dies sat on my desk for weeks, and I've been itching to play with them. So I'm super excited that I did. I was able to get them out, have some crafty fun. Okay, now then, what we're going to do, let me move that one to one side. I am just going to shape these a little bit. So I'm going to, not that one, I've got a bit of glue on my ball tool, so it won't roll as well. There we go. So I'm just going to shape these pieces of the succulent. There we go. It sprays and inks are so much fun. Now, I don't know about you, my journey into mixed media is just beginning. Els, David and Esther, they're all amazing. But I wanted to show you that some of these things are really fun and really easy to use and create amazing effects with your dies. They really do. Katie, you're starting your day with an English breakfast tea. Oh my goodness, how delicious. Anya, I came home from a wonderful ride in nature, enjoying the sunny weather in the Netherlands. Oh, barely made it this time. How wonderful you got to go out and enjoy the sunshine. My goodness, the sun always makes things feel good. I don't know what you think. Okay, right, let me bring in my card because I want to make sure I get them in the right places. We are going to pop this succulent into this plant pot. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to tape that at the back. Okay, so you can see I've slotted that in, and I'm going to take some tape and just tape it down, all like so. There we go. And then we can manipulate these. They look so cool. I really love the idea of using them as seaweed. I really do. And then I'm just going to put a pop dot on the back. And so that's that one done. And then I have got this one, and these are just, they look absolutely fantastic. This paper just really, I mean, all the papers, they're designed to work together beautifully. You don't have to think about it. I don't know about you, but years ago, oh my gosh, years ago, I would sit and get all my papers out and work out what went with what I could use with what. And oh, gosh. Right, so, of course, I have lost a piece that I wanted. I don't know if this one will fit. So, I have definitely dropped it on the floor, and it is small enough that I won't see it. Just because my eyesight, I won't see it. So, we'll imagine we've got the right one. Okay. And what I'm going to do is we are going to pop in our cacti like so. And then I am going to turn it over. And again, I'm going to pop some tape over it all so it all stays in position. Now, you know, don't you, that I am going to find that piece once I'm done. That's the beauty. That's what happens when we're live. Yeah, that's what happens when we're live. We anything can happen. Pieces go on the floor. Okay, that looks super cool. Pop that on there like that. That'll hold in, and then we're going to pop a pop dot on the back again. Rihanna, it's really good weather indeed. You love the sunshine, and an extra special day from us. Oh, that's fantastic, Rihanna. Congratulations. Rihanna just learned that her daughter graduated. Congratulations. Oh my gosh, what a super proud moment. That is amazing. Lots of celebrations in your house tonight then, Rihanna. Yay! Right, so we've got 2 of our pots done. And then I let this one, put this one to one side to let dry. This is one I did earlier. And I do have the piece for this one, so that's good. And what we're going to do is we are going to slide this one in like so. Now you remember I did 2 pieces of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my extra piece. I just wanted a bit more in here. Just because. No other reason. I love it without, but I also love it with a bit more. So that's in there. Just going to put that in there. And then I'm going to add some glue in there. So, what I know, so everyone that's on the later time zone has been having fun out in the sunshine. For those of you in the US, what plans have you got for today? Are you going and out and having some fun? You're going to be doing some crafting? For me, I've got some meetings, but they're fun because one of them's with Els. So that's awesome. There we go. So I've added those. Now then, there's another step with this one, because you can see I've got some little flowers. Those gorgeous fun flowers. Oh yes, congratulations, Rihanna. Oh my gosh. Super proud moment. Super proud mom. There you go. So what I've done is I'm going to take this piece of this die. This is going to cut the flowers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of card, and I am going to get hold of my pink again. And all I'm going to do is colour a little bit of card. Okay? as light or as dark as you want. Pop that on there, tape it down, run it through the dye machine, and I got all these lovely little flowers. Super easy way to colour those. Right, but I need to shape them. So all I'm going to do is just run my shaping tool over them like so. And then we're going to just build up that succulent. Now, I'm going to keep going. I know we're coming to the end of our time, but I'm sure you still have coffee or a drink still to keep drinking. So I'll keep going. I want to make sure we finish this. And I want to show you that sneak peek. Yeah? Remember to like, comment and share. But these are just super fun and simple to add onto this succulent. Look how it really takes it to another level. We could leave it blank without the flowers, but it really takes it to another level. Andrew, you've got thunder, rain and wind in Wales, but you're off out later to celebrate your son-in-law's birthday. Oh my goodness, happy birthday to your son-in-law. How exciting. So the wind and the rain will just disappear because you guys will be having fun. Sometimes it doesn't matter what the weather is, does it, when you're together and you're having fun. I think life teaches us all that we've got to live our life, have fun, be kind to each other, and craft. That's my motto, craft. Lots of crafting. Crafting is just such a wonderful place to be and go. When you're crafting, your imagination takes over and you go into a whole new world. Okay. Ow, I just got myself with my pen in my glue. Right, so that's our succulents. Now we'll just do a quick and easy background. Now, as I said, if you are into your mixed media, then you could take this to another level, right? I know David would totally get stencils and pastes out and all those good stuff. But if you're like me and this is a journey into mixed media, then this is also good. So I'm using my Distress Oxide Broken China, and all I'm going to do is just gently circles on my card in the middle, build up the colour that I want, and leave it at that. It just adds that little bit behind those succulents. Now you could absolutely get a stencil out, get your paste out, create a different background altogether as well. Go wild, have fun. Oh my goodness, that's what crafting is for. So I'm going to distress my edges. Yeah. Diane, unless you're entertaining outside, then the weather does matter. Yes, you are right. Yes. You kind of don't want to be sat outside in thunder and rain, do we? So I'm just going to distress my edges. I've got a distress tool that is in my crafty stash. I got this years and years ago. So now what you can see me doing is I'm holding my card and pulling it towards me. Yeah. And if it tears and creases, that's okay too. You can go for that look. And this is one of the reasons I like to do this, is it helps to create dimension on a card without actually building dimension, because sometimes we don't want lots and lots of layers of pop dots and creating a really thick card to create dimension. So all I'm going to do is get my glue, and I am going to glue not close to the edge because I want it to curl up to show that dimension. And then I'm just going to use my eyeballing technique, place that on, push that down in the center, so you can see it creates depth and a layer just by having that distressed look. Okay, now all we've got to do is pop on our succulents. So I've got these pop dots on already. I'm just going to put some glue on. Comes together really quickly. I mean, imagine if you sat one night and just coloured lots of succulent tops, you know, the succulents, one night created all your pots. You could sit down together and sit down at one time and create lots and lots of these in one go. And we'll put this one on. Now I've kind of layered it over so that this plant comes over this plant, and then I put my cacti on the bottom, on the end, like so. Now we could leave it like that. It's Father's Day at the weekend, so I did think, you know, we could. I put a sentiment on that said love on mine. Okay, but we could absolutely put other words on. So I cut out Dad. It's not very straight, but we could do that one. That looks good. I also cut out the happy birthday. You could just do birthday and maybe stamp happy birthday, happy there, or we could lay happy birthday right over. It creates lots of different looks. So you have some fun with those. I cut the word love out because I liked the backdrop, and this is with Everyday Words For, and I used this one. So all I'm going to do to finish this off is put on my tip that came off, put my glue on. There we go. So who's up for having a look at one of the sets and stamps of the dies that are releasing next Wednesday? Oh my goodness, your set has created an amazing collection called The Good Times, and that releases next Wednesday. And we promised you that Coffee and Craft would have some sneak peeks in, so throw me some hearts if you love this project. I can't wait to see you creating something like this, creating these fantastic glazed pots. Share them in the Facebook group. I'd love to see them. Right, you want to have a little peek. Now, I don't have the proper sets, okay, but this is one of the, let's take it out of this packet. This is one of the stamp sets. So this is super fun. I love you more than you love golf. You're a great catch. From your #1 fan. I think you're terrific. These are such fun words to use. Els, it'll give you good times for sure. Oh my goodness, yes. And the design team have had good times with it already. Now, this is one of the sets where you can create summer fun, and I wanted to show you how much metal you're going to get. Okay, look at this. We've got hats, we've got swimsuits, we've got bags, we've got fun glasses, a ring, one of those blow up rings, flip-flops, ice cream, ice lollies, snorkels. I mean, this is just fantastic. You're going to be able to take the mice on fantastic new adventures. So I wanted to be able to give you a sneak peek of that. We've had a fantastic time crafting together. Oh my goodness, friend. It's been brilliant. I hope you've had fun too. I hope you've enjoyed your craft, your coffee or whatever it was you were drinking, and had a good time and been able to start your day off, if you're in the States, with lots of fun and laughter together, and a good way to take a break in the afternoon if you're here in Europe. My goodness. Diane, your mice are very excited. Your mice are very excited. Yes, your mice are very excited. They're going to go on so many amazing adventures. Right, well, I am going to say goodbye and thank you so much. My goodness, friend, it's been fantastic. I will see you again next time. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.